I would like to thank Peggy Say for this wonderful tribute to the families and to the hostages. I speak on behalf of my sister, Virginia Rose Steen, who is still teaching at Beirut University College, and I am the sister-in-law of her husband, Alan Steen, one of the new generation of hostages. And this is the telex that she sent. My dear husband, Alan Steen, and 3 of his colleagues were kidnapped from the campus of Beirut University College on January 24, 1987. Like Terry Anderson, my husband is also a professional journalist, and he has always done his best to serve his students, the community, and the people of Lebanon. He and the others have also been superb examples of men who believe in educational exchange, humanitarian concern, and peace. Every one of you should be very, very proud of these men. They deserve the world's help. We, the wives in Beirut, have been trying to do what we can, but we need you. We must begin honest, open, humanitarian dialogue to help these men. The hostages work in the fields of journalism, business, accounting, math and computer science, agriculture, literature, and educational administration. Who can help to open dialogue? Everyone. Examples: the professional organizations to which these men belong, every level of local, state, and national administration, and every citizen. Help us find a peaceful, humanitarian way to achieve the release of these men. Let us prove to these captive men that they are not forgotten and that we too believe in their ideals: compassion, understanding, and peace. Before I end, I would like to introduce my mother, Dorothy Rose, who is the mother of Virginia Rose Steen. Thank you.
Now that we have heard from the families of the hostages, we will have a roll call of the 19 hostages still held in Lebanon. To represent them are the children who will be holding photographs of the hostages. These children are from the Girl Scouts Council of the nation's capital and from St. Thomas More School of Arlington, Virginia, and children of journalists. Many of these photos of the hostages were taken in captivity, and this is the only known collection of them, and our appreciation for these hostages to Chuck Lewis and the Associated Press. As the roll call is being read, pianist John Bowen will play Bring Him Home, the song from the Broadway musical Les Miserables. It is a prayer for the safety of a loved one. No Greater Love vocalist Phoebe Gribble will sing the final chorus of the song. It is our prayer for each individual hostage being held in Lebanon. From the United States of America, Terry Anderson, kidnapped March 16, 1985. Thomas Sutherland, kidnapped June 9, 1985. Frank Herbert Reed, kidnapped September 9, 1986. Joseph James Sicipio, kidnapped September 12, 1986. Edward Austin Tracy, kidnapped October 21st, 1986. Alan Steen, kidnapped January 24th, 1987. Jesse Jonathan Turner, kidnapped January 24th, 1987. Robert Polhill, kidnapped January 24th, 1987. From Great Britain, Alec Collette, kidnapped March 25th, 1985. John McCarthy, kidnapped April 17th, 1986. Terry Waite, kidnapped January 29th, 1987. From France, Marcel Carton, kidnapped March 22nd, 1985. Marcel Fontaine, kidnapped March 22nd, 1985. Jean-Paul Kaufman, kidnapped March 22nd, 1985. Michel Sirac, kidnapped March 22nd, 1985. From India, Mithil Ishwar Singh, kidnapped January 24th, 1987. From Ireland, Brian Keenan, kidnapped April 11th, 1986. From Italy, Alberto Molinari, kidnapped September 11th, 1985. And from West Germany, Rudolf Cordes, kidnapped January 17th, 1987.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as our Father. This be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The photos of the 19 hostages surround an olive branch, the universal symbol of peace and human freedom. On this day commemorating universal human rights, with the help of Curated Courier, no greater love is sending an olive branch like this one to religious leaders, the Ayatollah Khomeini and Sheikh Fadlallah, asking them to encourage religious leaders throughout the Middle East to make a plea for the release of the hostages in Lebanon, to reunite these men with their families and to restore to them their freedom. Terrorism is one of humanity's greatest evils because it is the ultimate abuse of human rights. We owe an allegiance to our fellow human beings held hostage in Lebanon, for when one of us is denied liberty, all of us are diminished. And on behalf of the families of the hostages, we want to thank you for being part of this special ceremony. I would like to close with a quote from President John F. Kennedy in an address to the United Nations. Let us call a truce to terrorism. Let us invoke the blessings of peace.
speaking with Nicholas Daniloff. Hello, Mr. Daniloff. I know that it's a thousandth day for Terry Anderson, and the others are just waiting, and you know firsthand what it's like. Can you tell us something about that?
Well, what I could say is this, that when you are held against your will for a cynical political purpose, it is a desperate situation. And the most important thing, I think, in a situation like this is for the friends, relatives, fellow citizens not to forget Terry Anderson and the other hostages in Lebanon.
Do you think the government should be doing more, or?
Well, it's a very complex situation. It's an evil predicament, because if we agitate too publicly and do too much, then we raise the price of their freedom and possibly delay their return to their loved ones. If we do too little, the country tends to forget about the plight of these very unfortunate human beings. So we have to find some sort of middle road. But I think it's thoroughly appropriate from time to time that we should gather for a ceremony such as we've had here today and remember the horrible catastrophe which has befallen our fellow citizens.
So you think there'll be every Human Rights Day now that there'll be a ceremony such as this until those hostages
Well,
come
you know,
home?
I would say I hope that that would not be the case, because I would hope that by this time next year all the hostages would be home. But I can promise you one thing, that if they aren't, certainly we are going to assemble and remember them and tell the world that we are still pressing for their release.
Thank you, Mr. Daniloff.
You're welcome.
Okay, go ahead.
How are things up in Massachusetts? I'm from
Where are you from in Massachusetts? From Brockton. That's right near Boston. Well, I've just moved to Cambridge, and I'm going to be teaching at Harvard for a year. That's a very nice.
Are you keeping in contact though with? Do you know what's going on with getting the hostages released? Do you know what goes on?
I know nothing. I'm an observer from afar, and the only thing that I can bring to it is personal support for whatever efforts are involved.
Some news there, right?